Hey, you guys. Get everyone added in. I know there's a good amount of people that had their oil sample program class tonight. So we might have a little bit smaller of a group, but if that's any of your team members, I will have the recording and I'll send that out to everyone so that you guys can watch that too. But I know a lot of people said they had their oil sample program class tonight, which is awesome. We'll get about 2 minutes and then we'll get started. We have about a week left for the On Guard promo, which is such a great one. I actually just did a little video that goes over the ebook that Lindsay was so kind to let us all use. I sent that out at the beginning of the month, but I did put it into a story format that's pretty nice to upload. So I'll add that to the Dropbox and then send that out tomorrow with the recording. So if you guys want to use that to add to your Dropbox, I think it really helps people when you show all the resources that you're going to be giving them to go along with the promo so they actually know how to use the free product. And that ebook is just packed full of stuff. So, you know, you can pull it up on your computer and videotape yourself going through it. Or what I did is I just recorded it on my phone as I went through it with my finger, and it gives a really good visual. So I just uploaded that to my Instagram tonight if you want to check it out. But I will upload that to Dropbox and then you guys can use that version as well. I'll do it with and without my words. If you want to use my words, you totally can. I have myself talking on it, but I think that's a great one to, and then just to share your different ways that you use the oil. I feel like that really helps people. So like, what blends do you actually use with this oil? How do you use it in your daily life? That's going to really help customers figure out. And then I also find that showing them what an order could look like to get them this. So be like, if you want to focus on skincare, this would be my top recommendations, right? Yarrow Palm and, you know, whatever you want to put in there. The Yarrow Palm Trio Kit, which is the mini one that comes with the bag, is still available, I believe. It's a promo one for only $79, which is so awesome. It comes with all 3 Yarrow Palm products. And then you could add in other stuff. Just make it look visually appealing. And I would say pick about 3 options of what could get people all of those freebies. And then for your current customers, maybe you want to add in a couple extra freebies, even if they're a current customer and not a new one. So if you spend the 200 PV and you get all of these products from doTERRA, you know, I'm going to add in 2 custom roller bottles of your choice, you know, to go along with your order that you got, you know, and then give some, you know, examples or do whatever you want. But adding in a little extra freebie for your current customers, I feel like it means a lot. They feel supported, not just like, oh, the person only gives freebies when they sign up a new customer, right? We want to make sure they feel loved on and everything like that. So I would recommend coming up with a couple ways that they could spend 200 PV, maybe skincare, kiddos, and mind, mood, and sleep would be 3 great ones. And then those are ways they could really visualize and see, oh yeah, that's how I could spend 200 PV and then I get everything for free. That would be a really great way to promo. The other graphic that I put up as well on my Instagram, I put it in my stories, I'm going to post it on my main feed soon, is a graphic that shows you can get all of, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I'll send it over. But it's a great visual to give everyone an idea on what they could get with $50 in free product. Now, what I'm doing, which you totally don't have to, but you know, I get a lot of free LRP points and free product and stuff like that. And sometimes I have to buy in. So I don't necessarily need all the free product for myself. I mean, of course I can always find stuff to buy, but if I'm encouraging someone to give me a referral, then you can see right here, um, this is a graphic, get a starter kit or refer a friend. Get $50 in free oils. And then I have different combos. So it gives them a visual of what they really could get for free. It's a little small, so I'll try to enlarge it. What they could get for free with $50. And so, if someone's going to host a class for you, I mean, each one of their friends could get $50 in free oils of their choice if they sign up. And then the host, you could give them your $50 in free oils, right? Or maybe you want to give them half. Maybe you want to give them 25. You could do whatever you want, right? It's your promo. Um, and you could give them, so every single person, like, get a free gold diffuser for hosting a class this week. And anybody who signs up and gets a qualifying kit, they get $50 in free oils of their choice, and you do too. You could get up to as much as free oils as you want this month. I mean, that's a pretty great hostess gift. And sometimes we think like, oh, people need a long time to host a class, and ask people, oh no, I find people throw together stuff last minute all the time. And they just say, hey, I'm doing a little oil class. You want to jump on? That's all it is, right? And my friend will send you a free roller bottle or whatever it may be. This is a great thing to throw out this month and say, this promo is only good for this month, but I really want to reach out to you because I know you love the product and you've been loving them, and you could get so much free stuff this month. So go after your customers that love the oils. They will want to get $50 in free oils, right? For each person that signs up, with you, of their friends and family. Or maybe they don't do a class and they just refer people to you. So yeah, if you don't have time to host a class, if you just tag people in my post where I have a couple of my promo kits, if they get started, you can get $50 in free oils of your choice. I mean, people will tag people in lots of things, right? And maybe that works better for someone than hosting a class. And for some people, they might not have time to go to a class. But if a friend tells them, oh my gosh, those oils I keep telling you about and you want, my friend has the best kit this month, you should get it. They'll tag them in the kit. And literally, that's how I get most of my signups, is someone tagging and saying, and then them reaching out to me and saying, oh, my friend told me that this month you have a great promo. She loves the oils and your support. Can I get the details on the kit? So that kind of sharing goes really fast. And as long as you give great customer service, connect the dots, give them a kit that fits in their budget and helps with their needs, you can get a lot of last minute sales. So reach out to your current customers that are loving the oils, send them this graphic and say, hey, if you have any friends and family that think they want to get started, this is the best month to get started. They could get all of these On Guard products for free with a qualifying kit. If it's a smaller kit, no worries. They can still get $50 in free oils of their choice. And so can you for each person that you send my way that gets started. I mean, that Immortal you really wanted to get, or the Yarrow Palm, that's super expensive and, you don't want to buy, you could get it for free this month. So connect the dots with what they want, or the things that that they want to target. That kids line that you wanted to get, you could get it for free. So I just feel like there's certain people that are super motivated sharers when they get good free stuff. And this is one of your best chances to where you don't personally have to give away a lot of free stuff. doTERRA is giving you so much free stuff this month that you should capitalize it, because some months they just don't give as much. So you might think, oh, it's the end of the month, we only have 1 week left. Oh no, we have 1 week. That's a quarter of the month left, right? If you don't do your business a quarter of the month, you are not a business owner. No one shuts down their business for 1/4 of the month, right? So don't think the month is over. I didn't hit my goals. Most of the time, everyone hits their rank that they want in the last week. Not many people are hitting it early, right? Now that's a dream, right? If you can do that, right? But typically, if you hit it in the middle of the month, that means now you're starting to look at the next rank that you want to go to, right? So just remember, you have a whole week left. You can get classes going if you don't have one already, or just put up some great starter kits, let your top customers know about them, and get those referrals going, right? And make sure you're by your phone checking your DMs or your text messages, and things like that. So that's one thing that I would really highlight, is make sure and utilize this promo to the best of your abilities, because it's such a great one this month. Does anybody have any questions about the promo? Let me make sure I get everyone admitted. Anybody have any questions about the promo this month, or resources or stuff like that? Okay, well, I did want to congratulate. We did the first week of the oil sample program. So if you are doing that, um, I know not everyone got their points in for week one, but we do have to give a winner. So make sure and get your points in if you didn't, so that in these coming weeks you can get the weekly prize. If you didn't give your week one points yet, still get those in because you could still be the grand prize winner. But for week one, Beth won. So congratulations, Beth. I don't know if she's on tonight. She might have a call. But Beth was the winner of week one. I think Diane got second place and Cheryl third place. So awesome job, ladies. I will get you out a little gift, Beth. I have to come up with something new since I know you probably have every oil gift known to man, but I'll find something. But tonight I really want to do a couple things. I wanted to go over, I told you guys last month I had hoped to get it going, but last month was just too crazy with everything, which was our new wellness kit class series. So all the wellness bundles, the mind and mood, the LRP kits, right? The immune support one, and then the pain management. We are going to be doing a new one each month. Maybe we'll get 2 done next month, but we focused on mind and mood this month. I am actually, I didn't pick a date and time before I jumped on the call, but I will send that out tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a class this week before the end of the month. So that's another opportunity for you to invite your current customers to join in on this, because I'm going to be teaching it on Zoom Live. We'll also have it in a Facebook format if you want to do that teaching as well. But I'm going to share it with you in a second. Jenna has been working on it for me. So thank you, Jenna, for all the gorgeous work. And so she's still finalizing it a little bit, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. So this will be available for everyone to use. You can screenshot it and post about it in your stories or in your main posts, but this is a great format to really go over what these programs are, what is in each one of these monthly kits, what's the LRP, and things like that. So I'll show you that. Let me just get a couple more people added. But yeah, so I will be doing one this week, maybe 2. We'll see if I can do 2 different times. Sometimes I feel bad for East Coast since I always pick West Coast times, but we will see. But I'll give you that. You can all invite your current customers to that. And that's something that they can still order, right? If they love that, then they could get that this month and then get the 200 PV promo as well. On this Zoom class, I will be doing giveaways throughout as well for anybody who joins, which I'll put a couple photos for you guys for teasers as well of some of the freebies that people could get to join in. What I would recommend is that you incentivize your current customers to jump on and say, if you jump on to learn about our new wellness bundles, I'm going to send you a free roller bottle of your choice, whatever you want to do for them. But if you can get a current customer to get on the LRP on a 3-month wellness bundle, it is absolutely worth a freebie to send them in the mail, right? This is a game changer if you can get someone on the LRP. So this is something you really want to educate and incentivize on. The LRP is the #1 building block for residual income and growing your rank. So that's why we really want to put a lot of effort into it and focus on these kits a lot. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And if you have any questions, just unmute yourself. And we will go over it. And again, it's not fully finished, so I'm not going to send it out tomorrow. But once it is, I will let everyone know, and then I'll get it sent out to you. But I will be teaching on it this week. Let me shrink myself real quick. Oh, let me go back to the beginning. I'm at the very end real quick. Wait a second. No. All right. Let's just go real quick. Let me go real fast. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So wellness bundle program. So agenda, what are we going over? So they're going to learn about wellness bundle program. Then it's a very short mini oil class, just because I feel like you would be surprised, but a lot of people still don't know the oil basics. So it's just a couple slides. If you want, when you're doing the presentation, you can totally leave it out. You don't have to have that in there, but there's just a couple basic slides in there. 3 ways to use oil, safety, and then it goes straight into month 1, 2, 3, and what is the LRP and how to order. One thing I would absolutely love um, is to have a couple video testimonials. So if you feel like you love one of these products, if you could record a video, it would be amazing. And a lot of us would be using it on our stories and tagging you in it. So you'd probably get a lot of good, you know, I guess, promotion of your Instagram as well, and things like that. So there is that incentive as well. But if you could send me a video, I think if you have a powerful testimonial on why you love one of these products, videos speak, and we'd love to add a couple of videos to these as well as be able to use them in our stories. So send those to me, and we'd love to get those in. New wellness bundles. So we have the mind and mood track, the immunity track, and the relief track. What are they? We go over what they are, that they're for LRP customers, curated 3 months at a time. And then this one, we're going over the mind and mood track. So we have month 1, additional freebies 2 and 3, really beautifully done. We go over the additional saving products. So these ones, when you get the LRP bundles, as you know, any of these ones, you get 20% off, and the diffusers 10% off as add-ons to the monthly program. So then here's that basic oil class. What are essential oils and how do they work? Very quick going through, safe and effective, 3 ways to use oils: aromatically, topically, eternally, carrier oils, safety with oils, and then we go into month 1. So you can see very many, but again, just reiterating how do we use oils, what's important, and things like that. I think especially since we're going to be targeting new customers to get on this right away, it's really good to keep going over those basics on oil usage, and then they can ask questions too during that time. So month 1, what is it? In each product, we will have exactly what it is, sort of like that intro to oil class, right? With all the tips on it, and then we'll go into testimonials. So again, if we have a video, we might add this balance video, which is a really great visual of like after you put on balance, here's your oils, and 30 seconds later, your cells. Then this is what your cells look like. A really great one. So if you have a great testimonial, send us our way, where we can switch some out and stuff like that if we need to. The adaptive capsules, adaptive touch, and then the balanced deodorant. And it goes straight into what do you get in month 2. And again, so we're going through each product, and this is just great because you can literally screenshot it, use it for your stories, and stuff like that. Month 3, and then we're still adding these. Jen is working on this. Additional savings, we're going to go over those as well, what they're great for. And then we're going to go into what is the LRP. So LRP explained. You can talk about it, of course, while they watch it, month 1 through 3. What are the different price points you can spend that, and what do you get for that? And then, man, if you do it all year long, look how many freebies you could be getting. It's now, of course, some of these you're spending more than the 125. This is typically free frankincense is 200 PV. This is the 200 PV, but you can see how in 1 year you can get all of these products for free. That's a really good visual for people. And then again, just saying this is only the Mind and Mood wellness track, but we also have the immunity track and the relief track that we're going to be going over as well. So if you'd like to join those classes, let me know and I'll get you plugged in when we have more classes. So this kind of class should only be about a 30-minute one, which will be really nice for a lot of people since sometimes they need shorter ones. And it's a great Facebook class too, right? You could even do it as a text class if you like, or do a week-long text series on how to use, all the details on our kits, and you can make this how you want. We're also going to create an ebook to go with each of these series. So if they get it, you can then. I'm going to send out the dates, Danielle, tomorrow. I'll send you the date that I'm going to do this month for the class. And then I'll have a little promo images for you guys as well. So Carrie, you're brand new. All of this, I'll get it all uploaded to the Dropbox. We don't have this uploaded quite yet since we're still finishing all the details on it, but this class will be uploaded to the Dropbox folder and then you can download it. or if you do have Canva and you'd like us to share the Canva file with you, you can just let Jenna know and she can share that with you. And then you can edit it if you want. You know, if you want to put your own photo or whatever, and you have Canva, that's very easy to do if we share the file with you. So you can absolutely do that. How do you get access to Dropbox? I'll have the link in the email, in the text that I send out to everyone. It'll be like, here's the, here's the presentation, and it has the Dropbox links for you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then any of the promo images that I send out tomorrow, I'll have that link to the Dropbox, and you can click that. Then you should have the promo images as well for that. And that'll have like, freebies. But this class again is going to be a shortened one, hopefully only 30 minutes. You can get it all in. And this is also a great one if you're doing a wellness consult with someone. You could make this a wellness consult and go into one of the tracks. When we have all three of them done, you can say, let me know which of the three is your top priority: immune support, mind and mood, or pain management. And I'd love to show you some of our top products for that. That would be a great addition to a wellness consult if you wanted to do that, because you're literally showing them all the top products right there, in a kit, in a beautifully done way. So a lot of things that we can do. Like I said, we'll have a whole ebook hopefully soon to go with it. So if someone gets started on it, then you send them the ebook that will have more DIYs, recipes, and ways to use that oil and the oils in there. So they're like, oh, well, I got balance, but I saw in the ebook, maybe I want to get serenity, or maybe I want to get bergamot. It'll have other things in there too. Like if you love mind and mood support, here's some additional ones you might even want to start adding on. So yeah. Do we know when the Lulus is coming back in stock? I don't know. I will have to ask on that. Is it out of, I don't know if it's out of stock to add on to the, if it's not, if it's, is it out of stock for the tracks or just in general? I don't think you can get it solo. Let me double check on that. So I think you can still add it on to the bundles, but I don't think you can get it as a solo diffuser, but maybe I'm wrong. I need to look into that. Is that what you wrote, Wilma? Did you?
Yeah. No, I've been trying to, I have some, because I use mine every day, so people keep asking about mine. But every time I've looked on doTERRA, I cannot find La Luz as an individual product or as
So I
an
don't think they've had it launched yet as an individual. The only way you can currently get it right now is when you get one of the tracks. You can add it on for 10% off. I think you can do that still.
It wasn't with Relief. I know that for sure because I got that track.
Okay, so then let me I'll write to my rep and see when they think they have that. I
Okay.
thought it was still available and not just as a one-time product, so I guess I'm wrong. So I'll ask about that and see a date.
Okay, hopefully you're right.
No, I might be wrong. So I just assumed that it wasn't, I knew it wasn't as a single product, but I for sure thought. So if it's not as a product now and it's not coming back in soon, I'll probably have her take that off the graphic until it gets added so that not everyone's like, oh, I want to get that. And you're like, oh crap, you can't get that. And then also you said, is the slide for the free oils, is that literal? Well, it is. I think Jenna did what it was all for last year. So that really was, if you did the 125 PV for each month, and then on the months where it was a 200 PV, if you did that too, those would literally be all the free oils. So it is an insane amount of free oils. If you do, the 200 PV promo months, which I think there's only 2 to 3 of those per year, and then the rest of the year you do the 125 PV, you're going to get all of those free oils. That's a great visual for why someone would want to get on the LRP. So yeah, we didn't put all the nitty gritty details on the LRP, like, oh, you can cancel it at any time. Oh, but those are things you can talk about while we had the LRP broken down into like 7 slides. And I was like, that's too many slides on the LRP. We need to condense it. So of course, like, people might have more questions about the LRP and you can talk about it, but we just really want to talk about how simple it is, how much savings you get, why everyone would want to order on this, how it's like so little cost, right? You only have to buy one thing a month. And I always tell people, everybody needs a hand sanitizer, right? And if you get all of your shipping costs back in free product points, it's literally like free shipping. It's like an Amazon Prime, but healthy product. So, get a couple of those slogans down. And really, like we said, if you can get a customer on one of these, it's a game changer for you and your business. And you can actually stack them. So if a customer wants to get the mind and mood wellness in their too into it that they want to get all of them in 1 month, they can literally process 3 LRPs in 1 month and get all 3 in 1 month. So you can process it for month one, right? And then process it literally the next minute. You can click press two because it'll have already updated their LRP to month two. You can process now and then process now again. So you could get all three of them if the person really wanted to. It would be 3 separate orders. But again, all our shipping costs comes back in product points. And you could also double up on tracks. So if they want to be on all 3 tracks at the same time and get month one of each track, they can totally do that. They can also cancel at any time. So if they just want to get month one of the one track, they don't have to get all 3 months, right? So it's sort of risk free. Try the first month. If you want to cancel it, you absolutely can take it off your LRP the next month. You don't have to keep it on. So yeah, it's really flexible. And again, super easy. It's such our top products. And I love all the additional little freebies in there. So I would also, if I were you, incentivize to your customers, if they do choose to do this and they do all 3 months, that you would give them an additional freebie, right? Let me know when you finish month 3 and I want to send you off a little gift in the mail, right? It doesn't have to be huge. Your favorite skincare roller or whatever it may be, send them something. Those kind of things go such a long way with customers, and those are going to be your loyal customers that are ordering month after month after month. So let's see. Nancy said, if they process all 3 months in 1 month, will their percentage increase? No, it's still, that's per month. So it's just month, you just have to do an LRP per month. I don't think that would change it, to be honest. I've never heard of that. So I don't want to say 100%, but I'm 99. Yeah, Elise said, I think it's just by month. That would be nice if you could do that though. But I think then sometimes people might, do 50 PV orders 3 times in a month, then it would change. So, but yeah, anybody before we move on have any questions about that? Like I said, I'll put out the date tomorrow to let you guys know when I'm going to teach it this month, or this week, before the end of the month. And you can incentivize your customers to join in. They could still get the 200 PV promo. The other thing too is if your customers already did an order this month, maybe it was 125. Then they come to my class and they spend 75 PV, 125 and 75 PV, that's 200 PV. They can get the 200 PV promo freebies. They should have gotten an email from doTERRA. So before they order, let them know you'll want to get a code, because doTERRA is sending out an email to all the customers that are under 200 PV and saying, hey, here's a special code. And they're all different codes. It's not the same for everyone, I believe. It's not a universal code. Add in this code when you do your extra order this month. And when it tallies up to 200 PV, we'll send you the free products. Don't do it afterwards, because then they're going to have to pay for shipping again for them to send out in a separate box the freebies. Let the customers know, if you want to get those all these 4 products for free, and maybe you spent 100 but you want to spend 100 more because you want to do the mind and mood wellness, maybe get one extra thing on there, let me know. You should have gotten an email from doTERRA. Maybe it's in your spam. If not, they should just go on their doTERRA account, type into customer service and say, I want to do an additional order. What promo code should I use to get the additional free products? And then they should be able to give them the promo code if they don't have an email, but they should be getting an email this week. I think doTERRA just wrote it today that they're sending out the email to all customers like today or tomorrow that are under the 200 PV mark, but have done an order this month. Yeah, let me see. Let me check real quick and see when they said they're sending it, but I just saw an update today. Sometimes it goes to spam though. So that's another thing to say, oh, I don't know if you saw this, but I saw you did an order this month and I didn't want you to miss out on the freebies. Plus I'm adding in an additional freebie, and you can let them know, like incentivize them. Like, that skincare roller you texted me about, I could add that in as an additional freebie too. I think those kind of things are huge. Okay. So this is what they said. Oh yeah, today. So it said next Monday, which is this Monday, February 22nd, we will be sending out an email to all members who placed an order in February of 120 to 170 PV. So if it was under that, they probably didn't get an email, but they'll still be able to get the freebies. But if they ordered somewhere between 120 and 170, they're going to get emailed a unique one-time promo code that they could add in. Okay. Now, then they said for those of you with members outside this PV range that would still like to place an additional order, please have them contact member services so they can assist them in placing the additional orders to qualify for the free On Guard products. So they can still get it. Just have them reach out online, in the comment to get the promo code that they want them to enter in. But this is a great one for you to just connect the dots, see what extra things they want this month, give them additional freebie, then they're going to get 4 products for free. So I would recommend making your list, go through your customers and see who could qualify for this and get them all of those freebies. That's really good customer service. That's not bugging someone, that's helping them, and they will be very thankful that you reached out to them. And you could even say this, I know you ordered, but like you could get all of these freebies. If your mom or aunt or friend wants any random doTERRA products, you should ask because we can order those on your account and then you could actually get the free products. That's another thing. They don't even have to spend it. Have a friend or family member who sometimes randomly wants to buy something and have them order it this month, and then they will actually get all of those products for free. That's a good way to help support them if they don't have the budget. Well, maybe they know their grandma wants some Immortal or Deep Blue or whatever, and they could then get all 4 free products. So again, those are all tactics of helping your customers with this promo this month, which is a really great one. So awesome. So that's on the promo. And then I wanted to give you guys a little insight into a couple of the people who have hit founders, which is a huge accomplishment in doTERRA, Founders 2.0. It's been a year since we've started Founders, and I think there's only like 6 or 7 people out of 200. There's 200 spots total that have hit. So there's total ability for every single person here to hit Founders, which means you get a percentage of the company for the rest of your life. It's an insane opportunity, right? And so I just wanted you guys to get a little insight from 2 people that have done this. I love their stories. One of the lady on here tonight, you'll hear when she started this, she was basically premier, but she said really an elite. She was an elite. And within 1 year, she was one of the first people. She was number 4 out of everyone in doTERRA to hit Founders because she decided to go for it. So their interview was already recorded. I'm just going to click play, and then I'm going to pause it at a couple spots and then just have a little discussion too with you guys and answer any questions that you might have. So I'm going to share my screen and then get that going. And if you want to rewatch this or send it to anybody, there is a recording of this as well on doTERRA's Facebook.
200 people is always the question. And I always say no. So Heather, will you tell us where you were when you started out?
When I started out with Founders, so I've actually been with doTERRA for about 5.5 years, dating back to when I was first a customer. And then it was probably just like 6-ish months later that I decided to do it as a business. So I have been doing it as a business for about 5 years. But I will tell you that it's almost irrelevant to my Founders story. Like I started in college, okay? So you can imagine doTERRA's seen me through many different seasons, college, that weird post-grad and like, what am I doing? All the way through several different side jobs and different things, all the way to meeting my now husband, engagement, marriage, and a baby, okay? So with that said, I guess my point is that it's not just been that I've been all in doTERRA full-time for 5 years and that's what got me to Founders. That's really not my story. It's I kind of kicked it into high gear with doTERRA just honestly like a year ago, like full time. I dropped all my other like side things I was doing to go all in, and that was before Founders was announced. So I did already have like that kind of mindset of ready to go, but it really didn't have to do with the length of me being in it. It was when I decided we're going to do this, like we're really going to do this. So on your note about, who are the people going to be? we don't know. And it's seriously, I mean, it's a lot of work, you guys, but it's just a decision if you're going to go all the way. And I think, you know, Chris and I have been experiencing so much love from the doTERRA community, and just like, how did you do it? Tell us everything. You're amazing. And like, we love that you guys are like so sweet. But honestly, you guys, me and Chris are the little guys. Like, we're the little guys.
Yeah.
You know, I was just in Utah celebrating with some of you guys, last week? I think that was just a week ago. And I, you know, got to spend some time with Emily Wright, and she, we were sitting at lunch together, and she was like, you know, before you hit Founders, I didn't even ever hear your name. That's what she said to me. So, and I was like, yeah, isn't that great though? Like it's giving everybody, it's just leveling the playing field so much and giving every last person a chance. So if you think we have some like in with like someone or something got us there, it's just not the case.
Love that. Carissa, anything that as you decided to go for founder, were you?
Okay, I want to pause it right there real quick, because I think that's a really important point that a lot of people need to hear, because within founders to hit it, if you haven't heard about it much and you're literally just starting, or maybe you're an executive, or you know, whatever rank you're at right now, and you're like, oh, probably only someone who's diamonds can hit founders. The truth of the matter is Founders 2.0, when I looked at it, is more set up for someone just starting out or at a lower rank, has a much better chance of winning Founders 2.0 than I do. For me, at a blue diamond status, to be able to hit it, I would have to get an insane amount of new builders and hit, you know, maybe double diamond, go past presidential, because I've hit a lot of points that all of you could hit month after month after month after month, because a lot of my team people underneath me have already hit those ranks. So for someone new to come in, if you go for it and put your all in and you help other people rise right each month with you, you will get so many more points than I could ever get. And that is the great thing about founders, is it does level the playing field. Literally anybody walking in, a new person could sign up tomorrow and they could be one of the top 200 people to have a founder spot for life, which is a huge incentive. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're like, oh, I haven't even thought of founders, I couldn't be a founder, like, you're wrong. Like, this is something that anybody could do. And it's just like, you'll hear them say, it's just a choice. It's just me saying, I want to go for it. And then that's the person that's going to get it, right? Like we said, there's literally only like 6 or maybe 8 people out of 200 that have gotten it after a year of founders. So this is for anybody. There's 200 spots. So I love that. And like she said too, what I love about it is she had done the business, you know, for years and years and years. And, you know, she's just now decided a different stage. Oh, I want to really go in at this stage in my life. And it worked for her. That's what I love about doTERRA. She could literally at any stage put more energy in and grow your business further.
Pretty prepped and ready. Were you on a massive train?
Was I? Okay, like Heather, last year was the first year that I was just ready to go full throttle, just change my life. I was in a really, really, really hard place financially, like, I mean, really hard. And I was at this crossroad where I had quit my job to do this, and I wasn't making the money that I was hoping that I was going to make. And so it was January of last year that I finally was like, okay, which is, I mean, barely a year ago, right? It's so crazy to think back, where I said, okay, like, it's time. I need to do something. And so that's when I started implementing just structure and in treating this like it was a 9 to 5, right? Like I was treating it like I was my corporate job. It was serious, maybe more though. But I think this is everything. And I finally had my mindset in the right place. My vision, I saw it, I manifested it, I visualized it, like my head changed. And it's not always easy, you know, to do that. Like, I think it's not easy at all, actually. Sometimes we get stuck in our own rut of lies of like, I'm doing all the things, I'm trying, but I am doing this and I am doing that, and it's just not working out. And we give up so easy and we get discouraged so easy. And as soon as you're able to release that and just know your why. And I know we say that, and I hope it doesn't sound too like generic, but know your why and like truly understand what, these big goals, whatever your goal is, this big goal, what that's going to mean to you. And, if you achieve that, what does your life look like? What is going to drive you there? And when you see that and visualize it and know, it just, when you have those moments of hardship or discouragement, you hang on to that and it pushes you through. So my mindset was in a really good place, a really, really good place last year of like, I don't care who tells me I can't, because trust and believe, when you're going for something really big, you're going to have adversity, guys. Like, it's just life. It's what happens. And you have to also be able to push through that, and hard things will happen. And I think that just honestly getting through it makes you stronger, but having your mind in the right place and pushing forward, like, you can accomplish whatever the heck you want. And so I was excited to share with all the people who thought that I couldn't do it and thought I was crazy and thought that my goals were wild. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You can do anything you want to do. Like, what do you want to do? Make it happen. No excuses. Let's go, And so that's where my head was, if that helps anyone, last year. And it still is. And it's really rad. I hope that the people on this call understand truly that there is so much opportunity in front of you. And truly, if you haven't even gotten started yet, like, this could be yours for the taking. Like, and I don't know how else we can say this and share this of like, you are good enough. You are ready. It is the right time. And if you want it, you will get it. There's 195 spots. Like, it's crazy.
Okay. So Carissa, you were a premiere last January, right?
Sarah Marie, was I a premiere? I mean, I hit it once from BOGOs. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, I was recognized at premiere, but no, guys, I was barely hitting elite. Like, barely hitting elite. That's where I was last year.
Okay. So for you, what switched it was you went all in. Yeah. You changed your mindset.
Yeah.
Heather, what was the turning point for you when you decided, okay, I'm going to go for founders?
So my story, I shared this a few times, but my story is kind of interesting because, like I said, and Chris has a similar story in that we kind of got in our own heads before founders was even a thing. And I will also say that was pre the world, pandemic. So it's just kind of interesting the way things aligned. But for me, I was actually a year ago now, I was in my third trimester of my first pregnancy. And so for me, I was like, I had always started doTERRA with this long-term, like, futuristic is one of my top strengths. And so, like, even as a college student, when I started this, I was like, well, I want to build this. I knew it wasn't get rich quick, and I didn't care for that. I wanted it for the long term. And I always knew I wanted to have a bunch of kids and be able to do something with some freedom and be from home. And so, I'd always had that vision, and it really kind of hit me my whole pregnancy, but just different things in life, like the way it aligned. It was just about a year ago, last January, started the new year. And I was like, okay, I'm in my third trimester. I'm never not going to have kids again. Like, I was like, these are my last couple months without a child outside of the womb. And so I was like, I don't want to let even these couple months go by, take it for granted. So I really looked at what I could streamline and maximize my time. Maximize was my number one. So I was like, if I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it for the purpose of my family and my future children, I was like, I gotta kick it into gear. I mean, and rank wise too. And as you guys are asking, I was like gold, sometimes silver, but mostly gold. And that was great, but very just like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Those of you who do the business, kind of like just like a baby gold though. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I could walk away and just like I was rolling in it. You know what I mean? So I wanted to really take it to the next level where I could take some time to step away and be fully supported by my business. So with all that said, I started that stuff in about a year ago, and it just so happened to work beautifully into Founders. When Founders was announced, I was like, I felt it.
Okay, so thoughts or questions so far? I mean, it shows like the one lady said she literally had only hit premiere once on a BOGO, right? She was a barely elite, and now she's a founder in doTERRA within 1 year. So I feel like I relate to with that in the sense that when I decided, I went all in, and this isn't everyone's story. It's like the other lady said, she's been doing this since college, right? So she had many years, and then a year came that she was like, I'm all in at this moment, right? And this season might not be your season right now of all in, but just keep in mind that when you do have those seasons or those time periods where you can do I'm all in, there is massive growth for your business, and that can be a game changer, right? And and that maybe in some of the slower seasons, not to think like, oh, this won't work for me, I can't do this business or whatever. Well, no, just be real with yourself that you're not treating it like a regular business. You're not putting in the effort, but also see what a blessing it is that this business can be with you through those seasons too. And that when you are ready to kick it in, that can go and grow, right? And that is such a blessing because most businesses are either you're in it, or especially if it's an entrepreneurial business, like you're in it, or if you're not in it, you go into debt and you have to close your business. There's not ever a season of like, oh yeah, you're renting this building right now, but you want to take a little break, or you have some family issues, so you don't have to come into work. Well, no, typically no business is like that. But the great thing about doTERRA is it does give you that flexibility. So if that does happen, you have that. But to really see that anybody at any time, when they treat it like a real business, when you work on your mindset, like what she said, when she streamlined and put it into action, like, how am I really going to treat it like a business? Mondays I follow up with customers, Tuesdays I do wellness consults, Thursdays I do classes. Like, how are you growing your business? Mondays I do team night calls. Like, what are you doing to grow this as a business and treat it like that? Getting people on the LRP. Maybe if you can say, my goal this next coming month is to get all of my customers on one of these wellness programs. Melody and Jenna made this great presentation. There's nothing stopping me. I just need to connect the dots, right? Like, focus on something and like execute it, And if you could get all of your customers on the LRP, or even 50% of them, right? 30% on the LRP on a wellness kit, that could change your business, right? And so if you feel overwhelmed, pick something in your business and really try to work on that this coming month or this week and focus on it. But those are some of the things that are actual action steps that will change your business. And they talk about those a little bit more, too.
My soul, and was just like this.
So a lot of people want to know, what are those activities you did that really pushed you to founder? What does it look like to build the business? But when you guys decided you were going to go all in, it didn't just happen immediately, but you guys were moving in this direction when Founders was announced, which is why you hit so fast. So I'm going to call this out as a myth, and people think that it's normal to hit founder in 6 months. So remember, we have 200 founder spots, and we have 5 founders that hit in 7 months. That, you guys, these are the rock stars. Like, these 2 ladies were already moving in that direction when Founders launched. And so it was the perfect catalyst to keep them going. It was the perfect opportunity, that preparation, and they cruised fast. 6 months is very doable if you are all in and you're doing the activities they're going to share with you in just a minute. But you don't have to feel like, if you haven't hit Founders already and you might be interested in working towards it, maybe you have 10 points that you're not going to make it there, because those 195 spots that are still going to get to be a part of this bonus pool. So Founders is this awesome opportunity to be in a pool that is 2% of the profit from the next billion in growth. So it's really exciting, really awesome. So now maybe Carissa, will you tell us what your day-to-day looks like? I guess, did you get to Founders by yourself? Like, are these all things you did alone? Are these things you're doing with your team? What does it look like?
Oh gosh, it's so there's so many moving parts to this, right? I want to be super honest, because there's a big myth that I hear a lot. I think, Heather, you probably hear this one too, is people say, I want to go for Founders, but I don't have a team. Do you get that, Heather? I don't have a team. I don't have my leaders. And it's this big, I hope that everybody hears me. I did not have a solid team when I started going for this. They were coming and I had customers and shares, but please, yeah. And I see a comment here, how did you find your builders? Guys, sorry, I'm going kind of all over the place, but I feel like this is important. Can I keep talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like your customers, you guys, our customers are so important. Teaching, educating, loving on our people is so important. And that is the root of this, right? Like, that is why we're getting paid. That is like, we're serving people, we're helping people. Like, you keep your eyes on your customers at all times and love on them. Your builders and sharers most likely will come from your customers. I mean, this has been my journey, and I see this on my team. And so I'm loving on my customers, and I'm making it very known to the world during this process of what I'm doing, right? Everybody knows. I announced it, and I know Heather did too. Like, we made it a point to make sure people knew our goals and what we were going for, which, yes, was a little bit scary to put it out there. It was like, okay, this is a really big goal, and I'm going to just put it out there and tell people what I'm doing, but I'm going to tell people why I'm doing it. And I had a very deep, deep, deep reason and purpose why this meant a lot to me. And so I was kind of nervous to share that. But as soon as I did, God kept opening other doors. And it was like, people needed to hear that. And this community rose up. And so my builders and sharers were coming in this process. And so we developed a really, really cool team through this. And Diamond Club is coming up. Guys, my upline did Diamond Club, and we utilized every single resource. And that really was fantastic for like the schedule and the consistency in teaching and showing up and following up. So Diamond Club is coming up. I really hope every single person on this call, if you're qualified or able to do it, you are doing it. And if someone in your upline is doing it, you guys better link arms and like skip down that yellow brick road, because that couldn't be at more of a perfect time to get you kickstarted and get those points racking up. And if you're just starting, you'll get the most amount of points the quickest, because you have the most amount of ranks to grow. Okay, I didn't really answer your question, did I? I went on a crazy rampage.
I love that. That was so good. But let's go back to this question, and maybe Heather, you can finish out our live today by telling people what the day-to-day looks like. What are the things you do every day that get you towards founders?
So my answer actually piggybacks off what Krista was saying anyway. I think, when you are founders is about growing leaders and not just yourself. So yeah, it is a team effort and you can't do it alone. So, I mean, I spent a lot of time pouring into my leaders on top of doing all the other things of building relationships and like doing all those things I feel like most people at like all ranks are familiar with. But in terms of growing leaders, even if you guys are you're not even in a leadership rank yet, I think you've got to let your vision ignite that in you and just kind of actively step into leadership. Nobody really falls into leadership even. I mean, because technically you could have people underneath you blow up and you could rank up, but are you really a leader just because of that like title? So I think you need to actively step into leadership. And so for me, what took up a lot of my time was honestly pouring into my leaders. We would have group calls. I would group up. This was one of the things I did to kind of save time, was I would group up. Like I'd maybe have 3 leaders that were very much in the same boat, talking about the same things. And I'm like, let's all get together. I'd bring my frontline on a call. We'd have big team calls. I'd have one-on-ones with them, and I really poured into them. And like Carissa was saying, our conversation was founders. Like, it was the heart of it. Sometimes it was logistics, and like we would come up with like, okay, you get those points for enrollment and 2 months of LRP. What exact things are they going to get by enrolling with you specifically? So we'd go over logistics, but honestly, oh my gosh, you need to make your vision contagious. And that is going to fill your calendar. I know that sounds kind of like vague, and I wish we had more time to really dive into it.
There's so much. There's so many elements to this, right? But yeah.
Yeah, no. So I just think when people will come alongside you along the business, when you just share it out and just who is meant to come with you is going to come with you. And even customers will be attracted to that and be like, I love what you're doing. And I'd also like you to help me with my health.
And I think something similar is what we both did is we made a lot of sacrifices. We weren't going to a lot of social events and things. And because everybody knew what we were going for and our goals and why it was so important, everybody respected that and loved that. And so we put in a lot of work and a lot of time to achieve this that fast. And so just know, yes, everything is possible. That comment just popped up by Tara. Absolutely. Everything is possible.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Oh my gosh, Heather and Carissa,
Okay, well, I just thought I already watched this. I just thought it was so good. I loved their stories. It just really shows, what you put your mind to, you can achieve. And I think so many times we limit ourselves, right? Oh, but not me. Oh, but I have a full time job, which I'm going to be sending out because I know a lot of you are in that boat. I'm going to be sending out a webinar this week, recording where it's a lot of Diamond Plus leaders talking about how they built a diamond with a full time job. I'm going to share a page of quotes from people who wrote their stories on what it looked like when they went for diamond and above with a full-time job. Others of you might be moms at home with crazy toddlers around you, like, how in the heck am I going to do this, right? We're all in different phases of life, and how do we do this business? And the truth is that everyone's business is going to look different, but if you decide you want to go for it, you can do it. I really think I loved their message about saying how, like, your leaders, if you don't have any, are coming from your customers. If you sign someone up and you do not follow up, you do not engage, you do not help them fall in love, you're not going to get builders. No one's going to want to come on this journey with you if you sign them up with a kid and they never use it. I mean, literally, no one's going to be like, yeah, let me sign up for that. You helped me so much. Well, you didn't, right? So look at yourself and say, like, am I doing, and believe me, I have to look at myself a lot on that because sometimes I'm not great on follow up and be like, oh, did you really follow? You know what I mean? Like, I need to follow up with these customers. I need to see what is it that are their top issues and how can I help them? What are their needs and meet those needs? And that is what attracts people to want to build with you. I also love how she talked about how she was bold and she talked about what she was doing. That was a little bit hard for me, but I found when I was bold, people decided to do the business with me. People, if they didn't know I wasn't doing the business, like I always joke and people said, oh, thanks for telling me about oils. I got my kit on Amazon. That was the truth. That happened to me until I said, oh, Melody, you actually have to say that you're doing this as a business. And then people started asking questions. Then people were like, oh, I like your lifestyle. I like this. Oh, I like other things about you. Maybe I'd want to do it too. That sounds fun. When we did in-person stuff, we haven't in a while, they'd be like, oh my gosh, that party where you're making macrame oil diffusers or whatever it was looked so fun. I want to make roller bottles. Like, that looked fun to them. They wanted stuff for their kids when they were sick or for their own anxiety or whatever it was. Like, that is what's going to draw people. And I'm telling you, your best builders are going to be your customers who have fallen in love with the product. People who can't stop talking about it because the product is so awesome, right? So I hope you guys got some good stuff from them. I loved their interview. That was one of the ladies that I was going to have come on and jump on for a call, but it just seemed like it was, she had a million people asking her and it was hard to get going. So I was like, wait, she just did an interview with doTERRA. I'm just going to play that because I thought it was such a great one. So hope you guys enjoyed that this week. Again, last week of the month, hit your promos. I'll add in some of those additional things to the Dropbox for you. Remember to connect with that ebook that Lindsay gave us on Guard. I'll try to upload all that stuff that I talked about tonight to a specific Dropbox so that you're not like, where is everything in different Dropbox folders? But yeah, the Mind and Mood class I'll put again for this week. That's a great one. So focus on new customers, but also focus on current customers. That is the bread and butter of your business. So hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you next Monday night for our next team call. And if you have any questions or need anything else, you have my cell phone number, so you can DM me. All right, see you guys. Bye.